All right, we got Jason, Austin, Juliet, Todd. What up, guys? All right, today we're going to be talking about some of the future of the AI code snippets and what I'm going to be doing with it. So here's what I've been doing. This last probably 2-3 weeks, I have started to build. My wife has been really good at sales, helping nurses and doctors. So she has been selling these things called websites in a day. All right, so for literally $2,500, she will take a client, have them fill out some forms, and then we'll build a whole entire website in a single day, right? That's the whole package. If they need help writing their copy, it's an extra $1,000. If they need help with their logo and branding, it's an extra, she charges $2,500 for that, right? And that's an extra day. So a whole package, that's $6,000. Well, I'm the one that has to now go build the website in a day really fast, right? So she just makes it look pretty at the end of the day, right? Well, most of the time she's doing the branding, and then as I finish a page, she now finishes it, right? But I have to get the copy, and I have to get all of the words onto the page. Well, here's what I've been doing lately is I use Aspire Builder, right? Because Aspire Builder is a really fast building platform. And I'm going to share my screen and show you guys what else. Now I've started to create, as I create these websites, right? We're going to want to essentially have a place where it's okay, I'm talking 3 to 4 websites a week right now, right? She's kicking butt with these things. Well, so what I'm going to be creating is something called the Code Vault, the AI Code Vault, right? And so this is going to be an area that if we click on here, I'm going to show you guys, this is the very first page that I added. All right. And inside, this is what Aspire Builder looks like. Okay. So inside here, I'm able to go to these website settings, and I'm able to go to page SEO. And if I go to page info, I could set page access, password protected, or members only, right? So this is going to be a members only area just for people that are in the Code Vault area. Okay. So if I click on this, if I hit this little preview, we'll check out this. You guys see this little gallery thing right here? Boom. This is a code that
it reminds me of the NFT gallery things. When I saw that, it was
and check out this. When you click on it, it pops open to this other thing. It pops open because I coded it to pop open into a full screen. And then you could click to book for modeling, or click to book for your whatever, buy this NFT, right? Whatever it is you could have right here. Well, here is the code, right? The AI wrote this crazy freaking code, and I had it shorten it for us. So it's super nice and compact and all this stuff, And so all you have to do is switch out these little URL right here, right? This little URL, that's it. Or here, better yet, right? You could copy this entire thing, and then you could go into my AI team and you could tell it to update it with your images. All right. So that is pretty much the way I would recommend updating these things is you grab these codes from the inside of this, and then you literally go tell it to update the code with these images, and then it will magically update the entire thing for you. So these just add so inside Aspire Builder, so you see right here where it says custom code, that's all it is to render. So if I click on this and I hit this little edit settings, right here it says execute code. If I unclick it, it views the code. So that's all it is. Instead of me executing it, all I'm doing is showing you guys the code in the one below right here. The top one executes it so you guys could see what actually the code is, and the bottom one is actually the code. Okay. And now you guys could have these codes. All right. I'm going to send you guys this link so you guys can be the first ones to actually get this inside here. Hi, gorgeous. Right. So this is going to be in the chat.
So how does your wife get all these clients? We need her to come on and teach us her ways.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a great thing. So
right, Austin?
Yes. Yeah. All right. So
he agrees with me.
Let me do this. So I think I talked about this last time.
The website.
Yeah, the website class.
Yeah, the website class.
So I think I just haven't added it to the actual community area is what I haven't done. So let me create product. And basically what I will do is I will add that. And so website, basically it's how to sell websites. Okay. And here's the thing is what's crazy is I actually interviewed my wife on that very topic. And because here's the thing is she has been, if you guys look at my journey, I have done everything new under the sun for the last 8 years. Everything, right? From Roblox coding to NFT coding to coding my own tokens.
My son wants to learn, by the way, Roblox coding, so that's another class you could do.
It's a blast. I love Roblox coding. I still make little Roblox games like on Sundays. So yeah. And here's the thing is that AI chat inside this code snippets, that's where I go back and forth with that and tell it to code me Roblox scripts.
Oh, and can you do that? So I could teach him how to do that? Yeah.
Yeah, so you can. And that little
tutorial on that. So record yourself making one or something.
Yeah. And so here's what's cool, right? So you guys have, whenever I mean like you guys are able to update these things. So if I go into the AI snippets, and if I just say Roblox coder, right? And I'm gonna hit create this. The new update that I'm making, it's actually going to make the image for our thumbnails also for using AI for us.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You don't have to do that anymore.
Kind of like Suno does with the graphic for the song.
Did you know that Suno has an app now?
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have a mobile app now.
Ah,
nice. So here's what you can do. Inside here, you could always ask it to code me a damage script for a block in Roblox, right? And then it will literally code you that thing. So this is the chat. Well, now here's what's cool is you see how it just coded me, Jason? It just coded me up this software right here. This is like a Roblox coder now. And it just coded me this whole little software. Well, you can also chat with your code, right? And so this basically tells you, hey, this is the basic damage script for a block. And it will tell you where to put it. Here's the implementation, and then it will tell you where to add it. And then he just has to read through this.
Or you could just have it add it for you.
Indeed, right? So yeah, so essentially this is, whenever you guys get these codes, I'm going to be adding these codes into this code vault, and then you guys are going to be able to use them. Inside that conversation that when I interviewed my wife, basically, like I said, she's been doing the same thing for like 8 years. I've been doing everything else. Like I've been trying all this stuff, but she has that.
She's making more money than you.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Oh God. Oh,
that's the moral of the story.
Yes. And yeah, she's a really good sales. It's so funny. Like I'm over here like, hey man, I'll sell you like a $250 script, you know? And she's over there like, hey, like, can you write the sales
$25,000?
Yeah, could you write the sales copy for this doctor? They just paid $1,000.
Yeah.
And all it is sales copy for a website. And I'm like, what? Like, I do that every day for free. Oh my God. Like, she's really good, guys. And so if you guys want to learn how to sell websites, I highly recommend that. She even teaches you the selling the templates and like how she does that and all that stuff. And so I interviewed her with that.
Useful because like I still know a ton of DJs and producers, and I still think that could be an angle of like selling them a template or already done type of thing.
1000%. And here's the cool thing is with that template is I added inside here the music visualizer. So I kind of feel like they might want the music visualizer. Like they want, and she's going to go jump on another call for a sales call. Yeah, it's so crazy. So they have a whole little team. If you guys really want to learn websites and all that stuff, literally connect with her. And yeah, she does it all day long. But she sells to high-end doctors, like literally doctors and nurses. And so when you're targeting people or you find a niche, like, so Julia has a niche, right? Like DJs. Well, that becomes, when you create a website just for them, your website becomes extremely valuable because it's like, wow, like that is just for me. Now imagine if you do this, right? Like Todd mentioned the other day, Julia, you could make it when these could be, you could tell the AI code this where it's their songs. And then whenever they rotate, it rotates and it presses a new song every time it goes through. And then they put the music visualizer down there on the bottom. You could take this code and you could code it up to make it your own. All of these codes.
I was making a happy hardcore song the other day.
Oh, yeah? Do you have one you want to share with us at the end?
I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I didn't really I was just playing around. I didn't really do much with it, but it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. And so I'm going to be creating a lot of these scripts and I'm going to be adding them into the AI code vault. Okay. The reason why I'm going to be adding them into the code vault is soon my goal is I want to make it where my AI team is the one that teaches people code in the modern day, right? Most people went to, we went from MySpace to like Facebook, so we weren't able to code anymore. And then everything's been drag and drop, no code and all that stuff. Well, like the reality is like I could code websites 10 times faster now using my AI team, the AI software, than I can anything. Like I could code up full on software. Like if I want to restart this and I could code up a whole new like website in a few seconds. And it's just like, like
my local chamber of commerce is doing things on like revamping your website for the local businesses in town. And then they're doing something on like AI. I was like, I should attend these things.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole nother market, like I said, if like we can make these websites so fast now, or just sell your wife making them or you're making them and you make money off of it.
Yeah.
Is there an easy way to have AI build either websites or landing pages and import them into high level?
Yeah. So watch this, right? So
yes, he does that now.
Let me do that in 2 seconds.
Yeah, so the other day I was doing this stupid spreadsheet. I had this email list, right? And I was trying to send out to 1,100 different people, but I needed to upload it into the email software, and I had first and last name in the same column, and it needed to be like first name in one column and last name in another column. And I know there's like Excel codes to like do it, and I just didn't want to like sit there and figure it out. So I just created a snippet real quick where I could upload the spreadsheet and tell it to split it into 2 columns, and it did, and it was super easy and quick.
That is amazing.
And it worked in the first time. Like I literally did one line and told it what to do, and I didn't have to make any modifications.
Oh, that is so awesome. All right, so look, so here's what we do, Jason. We click this thing where it says view code. Super easy. Well, here's all the code, okay? You could do 2 things, right? You could copy the code and it copies the entire code, right? Code copied, right? And now it just copies to the clipboard. You could also download the file. And if you have your own server, you could download the file and upload the index.html file to your own file server, okay? If you hit copy iframe code, well, here's what's cool is it's going to embed the entire website page onto your Go High Level page. So if you ever make changes over here, it will update automatically and Go High Level, okay? So I could copy this iframe code and I'll go into Go High Level. And if I just go into sites and my funnels, and let's just say AI music, I'll just make a new page, right? I'll just hit add new step, and I'll just hit, let's just put called it test, right? And this is actually how I build Go High Level funnels. Like, and I'll show you in a few seconds, right? So choose funnel, what is this?
It's genius because those are not as easy to build as some of the other funnel builder softwares.
Yeah, right. So here we have a blank page, right? Well, I could add a section, a full width, and I could add a row, right? That's just normal. But if I had to add element, well, they have this little code element, right? So now I just click code, HTML, custom JavaScript, open code editor, paste. All right, so this is the iframe. Okay, so if I wanted the whole iframe here, I could hit save, and I hit publish, save, preview, and then look. We have our whole little website here. You see how I have the editor here? I only have the editor because I'm logged in, okay? But you have this whole little page now. right? If I want to add just the code, right? So it doesn't render that little thing, I could hit copy code and I go back to go high level and I could edit this, save, publish, preview. Instantly we have our site.
Yeah, you would just have to make the updates in either in the code or in the software. You couldn't update it in. You couldn't make edits or whatever in high level because it doesn't switch over to the.
Yeah, if you do the iframe though, right? The iframe makes it where you can, right? So if I do the iframe and I open code editor and I hit this, well, now I'm embedding the iframe. So essentially what that's doing is if I hit save and publish, if you guys go to this website now, right? So I'll hit preview. If you guys go to this website, all you guys are going to see is the actual site. You guys aren't going to see anything else. You guys aren't going to see this top bar. And then if I update it,
Right.
Basically, if I update it, I can update it right here, and it will automatically, right? So 10x the conversions, right? And if I hit generate, over here in a few seconds, we're going to have a new update in a few seconds after it's done generating. And it automatically updates on your site. So
Yeah.
let's go back here, and I'll send you guys the link so you guys can check this out. Wow. Right. So if I open this in like incognito window, right, you can't see anything else besides just the DJ part. Right. So just the site. And then if I hit refresh in a few seconds, it's going to 10x the conversions as soon as I hear the little pop sound.
Oh, guys, today's free Slurpee day.
All right. So it just 10x the conversion. Oh, it's free Slurpee day, 7-Eleven. We celebrate that here in Vegas. All right. So look, so you see now how it instantly updated the page?
Yeah.
So now you could make it where if you ever work for a client or something like that, you could update their site and it instantly updates their thing on their site. So, yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yep. Yeah. Or you just go back and forth and you just make the update, right? You could copy the the code and paste it like that, you know, so totally up to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes go high level or some of these have stylization that's like if you import that code, it affects this, like it already has like header codes, you know, because they have global styling.
Yep.
So what you could do inside the code is you could say, make it where this code doesn't ever interact with any other code that I'm going to embed it on the website.
Okay.
On the website I embed on. And then it will make it where it's, you know, perfect. So because I do know that it happens to me. So yeah.
I know. If I could make websites this fast, I probably would have never stopped making them years ago.
Well, so here's what it is, right? So think about this. Well, everything that I'm doing in Go High Level, what I just showed you, like how I just added it in here. If we go to the My AI Team software, well, check this out. This page right here, this is a pricing page. You guys see how beautiful this pricing page is? Like, check out this. Yeah, like this is a pretty nice pricing page. Well, if I go to edit, this is how I build websites now. Custom code. That's it. This is the code for exactly that pricing page.
Now, could you make that an iframe, be able to update it on My AI Team, and then have it update automatically?
Yeah, I can. Absolutely. So when you click this right here, this get started, this right here is the iframe. So I told it when they click the button, make it pop up and iframe my checkout pages from Go High Level. So now they literally never left this one page. And now the pop-up has my iframe from the Go High Level checkout pages. This is 3 checkout pages embedded into one. And then each one of these is just I embedded each one of these into the Go High Level, and I said, embed this into the pop-up. So all of these are my pop-ups right here. And then this really awesome thank you page. Check out this. This thing's sweet. Right? This thank you page, AI coded this for me. And all I did was just take the code and I embedded it into here, right? I'm not building websites anymore. You see that all this is just me embedding the code, right? Well, if you actually look at what this code is, check this thing out. This is me embedded it. So you see how I put the code right here? This is me iframing it because I wanted to make updates on this one. But if you see this thing, like this is the thank you page when people join my AI team. Like it has like some cool little, like you click on it and it has like little like neural networks in the background. Like what the heck is going on? You know what I mean? Like this thing's cool. You know, and AI coded this for me, and I was like, make the coolest, most awesomest thank you page ever, and it did, with my branding. So here's what I do: is in my notes, I just have a little note section that has my branding and my company and my information, and I say, take this content and make me a website brand. You know, like so now I could just go to my notes at any time, and inside the AI, I could say, update this to meet my branding. You know, and so if like this DJ page, I could say
I've seen some AI tools or site builders where it says if you put your or maybe it builds you like content or something. Maybe one of the ones I sent you. But if you use your domain name, like your work email or whatever, then it can pull the branding automatically from your website if you're using
Interesting.
same URL.
That's really interesting. And I could like scrape a site, you know, and pull all that stuff.
Yeah.
However, I just keep my branding in notes now. And I literally keep all my branding colors, my logo, all inside of a little area. And so whenever I need to brand a website, that's my branding, I just copy, paste it, and then tell
What if you're doing it for clients? Wouldn't that be useful?
100%. And so, exactly. And you just create an AI code. Look, and it just branded this whole thing for me. Right, my AI team, I got my branding, my colors, put my logo in a spinning DJ wheel thing. You know, like so.
Oh, that's cool. It's got a floating,
floating little like sound.
Yeah.
You know, and so here's what's cool is you guys could. There's some really cool music bars that you could code up with this thing. You know, whatever you could dream up, and now you could code. You know, and if you ever want to edit the code, you could go in here and you could literally edit the code. So if you know how to edit code and you know that, well, this is all this is the CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. That's all this is. Like it's nothing fancy, right? And if you want to get fancy, well, here's what's get really cool is if you go to this little setting right here, well, inside the chat, you could always chat with your code right here on the spot. So you guys can ask it, hey, like Austin was trying to create like where he could have logins and stuff. I even code up logins inside what's called PHP inside this right here. And so you could code up and connect into your server and you could make it where it's like logged in, right? Or what I'm going to start adding to, so the next thing that I'm going to add into this right here inside the code vault is right here. It says music visualizer. Okay. Well, I have a code that's the music visualizer. It's a really awesome like code, right? Like I've sold that code. I've actually like made money selling that code so far. I've sold lifetime or like yearly discounts and lifetime discounts to that code. Like it's already made $400 plus, right? Just selling the code, and it doesn't cost me a dime to run or operate, and I have monthly subscribers for it. Well, inside the code vault, you guys are going to have the music visualizer as one of the codes. So my thought is you guys are going to have the music visualizer. However, I'm also going to add the actual sales funnel, this sales funnel right here. I'm going to add this actual sales funnel so you guys can sell the music visualizer also, right? So you guys could just click this inside here, and now you guys can just download this entire sales funnel, which if you guys see this, right, like if I hit login, you guys can see like I'm selling the music visualizer. I'm also selling the class on top of it, so you could make it like upsells on these things. You guys could sell like if you guys sell royalty-free tracks, you guys could sell that as an upsell, any of those. And so people buy this as they go through the process. And so I want to make it where you guys can use these codes really fast. But this music visualizer, look, it like reacts to your mic, and you could sell this thing. And that's a full-on little product that people could buy from you. And so these are going to be the type of softwares that are inside this code. Basically, the AI code vault is my thought. What do you guys think?
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's one thing that I was kind of talking about a couple weeks ago was like, okay, what if like how we have the community or the community, what is it, custom commands. I was asking about a way we could do it for the snippets, and you're right onto it, which is awesome.
Yeah, I am making the AI snippets area a lot easier to navigate because it drives me nuts trying to find my stuff sometimes. So
what do you mean?
Like sometimes it's just kind of hard to like find what you're looking for. So here's what the update is. So this is kind of the old version, you know, where it's just kind of like there is a search option. However, it's just kind of, it's not the greatest search. So this is what it's going to look like in a few days is right here. So you could search up here, just yours or your favorites. And then you could also create new snippets. And then you can see right here how it creates these images right here on them now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then
the power of AI.
Right. So this is where you have like all of them. So it's your most recent here. And then you can scroll over. These are just your code snippets. And then your public snippets are going to be down here. So these are all the public snippets for everybody that we have.
Nice.
And so you could view all of the public snippets ever created on here. But it's all in one little area. So you could see that there's definitely two areas. And if you want to turn them public, you can. So.
And it tells you how long ago it was coded. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. So, and then just super easy to view, super easy. If you want to update and fork, you could do that all right here, you know, so it's just kind of a little bit easier making it on this. And then all these public ones, you could see I'm going to be making the public snippets. So inside here, all of the codes that I'm going to be adding, a lot of the codes that I add to this code vault, if you guys have an active subscription to my AI team, then, so here's what I did. I made before the AI coder, it was just going to be the $297 plan. I'm just going to make it where it starts at the $97 plan. So anybody at the $97 plan could get the coding. And then if you want extra seats, it'll go at the $297. I did get rid of our 3-day free trial though, because I'm just making a lot of videos that people could see how it works. If you want to use it, just pay for it. So yeah. So that's what I've updated from there. The code vault is going to be a product that I'm going to be selling. If you guys do have an active My AI Team subscription, like I said, you guys are going to be able to see a lot of these codes in the public snippets. So you guys can always duplicate them and use them. However, not everybody wants to dive into My AI Team. Some people just want the code. However, inside here, I'm going to be leading people into the code. So anytime that you guys like in the future, these are going to be sellable products too, that you guys are going to be able to refer people to as an affiliate and all that cool stuff. So is the goal.
Nice.
Yep. So
you know what you should do? You know what you should do?
What?
Just because thinking like, I mean, I'm doing it on my own, but it would probably be helpful for your My AI Team users is, okay, so you have a sign up page. You have a sign up page, but you also have another snippet that is the music visualizer. Well, can I merge them and make them one software?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's one thing that you could do is add a feature to like merge and then select what snippet you want to be able to merge with, and then the AI will do it itself.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Because let's say you wanted to sell your games, but you wanted to sell your games with their own login so they can be on the leaderboard. You could all connect that all in to be able to merge and say you only have a certain amount of merges per month or whatnot.
Yeah,
because that's probably a lot of tokens.
Yeah. The main thing is like sometimes I'm trying to figure out how to get around the output, but I feel like the AI is going to keep advancing. That one day we'll be able to output thousands and thousands of lines of code.
What are you using? Because I know you just updated to Claude. With GPT 4.0, you can output, I think it was like 1,500 tokens.
Yeah, however, so it's 4,098 tokens is the output. However, that actually translates into about 440 lines of code.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Now there's ways so you know how I compress this code? So you know how like that other one is all compressed and it's like really hard to read. So if you look at this one right here, this code, well, this one, you see how there's like C and T and D, like there's just like no actual readable like functions, and this code is crazy. What I did is, because there's that limitation of outputs, sometimes I just told the AI to, hey, keep the same functionality of this software, but reduce as much letters as you possibly can, so I could still get around it, because it's not 400 lines of code. It's actually it's all of like, it's how many characters it's outputting, really.
Right.
And so if you reduce it and just shorten how many little words it, now you don't have to say pop up, now it just says P, you know what I mean? So I don't care about reading this. I just want it to function, and I want to be able to output the right amount. Well, now I'm able to update it past what I was able to update it before. So I'm just finding little tricks that you could make it. Like, this is what it normally does when you read the code. You could see it's like class, music player, audio controls, like it's really readable code. I did that on purpose to make it where I just wanted to get past my limits, and those are just little tricks. If the AI doesn't output the full amount of code, you could say, do it like this, and it shortens it really nice. So that's what I did.
Nice.
Yeah. Just little things I'm learning so far.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a lot different versus I've noticed it's all about how you're prompting things, and like, especially with building like things with no code and code, if you don't prompt it right, because I'm working on a way to be able to just use one prompt and it generate a login, a sign up in the software itself. I'm working on that, but it's a lot of prompting. I probably went through 60 prompts already, and it's all about like how you prompt. If you're not prompting correctly, you're not going to get you're not going to get the output you want.
Yeah, indeed. This is almost like the new form of coding. It's interesting is
prompting.
Right? Like it's crazy because some people don't want to know how to do this. I was actually listening to my wife talk to one of her friends, and my wife's like, "Oh, that's easy. You just got to put it into the AI and rewrite it." And she's like, "Oh, I just don't know how to like use AI, and I don't know how to talk to it." And so there is this like outsider view that AI might even be hard to talk to, right? Or I don't know how to talk to it. So there is this like skill of learning. And so far, out of everything that I've used with AI so far, I feel like this coding area is the one thing that I haven't like picked up and mastered super fast, right? Like, it's just one of those things that like, okay, once you know how to do something, well, then it's like, okay, well, now you learn how to do another thing. And then you actually have to go learn how to, now I need to sell it, and so it's always like you're getting to this next part, which is fantastic, and so and just like what Juliet said a few minutes ago, is she's like, I had to take a CSV that had two names and I had to split it. Well, like, how long would that hold you up in a traditional normal environment?
I've done it before, but I had to like look it up on Google. How do I do this Excel code? And then I tested it and it wasn't working right. And I was just like, let me just see if this could do this. It'll save me time.
Even so
I was like, I probably could have just asked it the Excel code too, and it probably would have given it to me. But
I know you guys aren't like big like coders or whatnot, but I've been I've been inside of AWS, which is Amazon's thing. They're coming out with their own version of ChatGPT. It's called Q. And it's honestly, it's gonna be powered on like all of their Amazon products and everything. I just wanted to let you guys know that like when they bring that out, I think that might overpower a lot of AIs out there.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love how fast AI is advancing. The ones I look for are the ones that have an API, right? So if any of your guys' software that you build, now here's the thing is my software is AI powered. But if you build a software inside my AI team, it's not AI powered. Does that make sense? Like you actually have to go get an API and make it AI powered. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so now here's
except for somehow Joey made that.
Yeah, besides Joey, literally Joey, like, so Jason, you weren't here last time on this last call, but Joey is one of our other students. He created a software that somehow is extremely intelligent and it writes songs for him, but it's not connected to AI in any way. Somehow the AI connected to some sort of intelligence that rhymes, and it's a really good rhyming songwriter that he built, and it's fantastic. And I have no clue how he did it. It's extremely impressive. It's a really cool little software.
Did he use my AI team?
Yeah, he used my AI team.
You have to code snippet to make it, and now it's.
Well, so there is ways you can do it. I even with the software I'm building, I have it to where when you generate or when you merge a snippet, you it tells you a joke.
Nice.
You can have it to where inside of it this all right, I'm gonna speak code for a minute. Inside of the code, you can have it to where it's a div inside, and the div, let's think of a div as like information. And you can have the inside of the div, you can have a list of things that it can pull from, and you can have multiple divs and have it to where all the divs are connected, and it will just and you can have it make it where it's randomly pulling from different things. Now the way he built it with AI, I don't know how he built it because I don't speak. I'm not an AI speaker, or if I was an AI speaker, I would be an AI. But yeah, so I don't know how AI is structuring it, but yeah, that's kind of like the way you can do it. There's ways to not use AI and still have AI in your software, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what he did, where we're like, how did you do this?
He must have connected to like some thesaurus or like dictionary.com. I don't know what he did, but it creates words. Anytime you want to rhyme, if you want to put dog, it rhymes creates rhyming words and words that use the same vowels. It's really cool.
Sound the same. Yeah, it was good.
And now, so here's what he could do is he could create he could go on to now go high level. The reason, like the only thing is I would highly recommend hitting up Sean and telling him, hey, can you make it where we could members only certain pages? Aspire Builder has it where you could members only, right? Like, so that is like a benefit. So if you go to the little settings, you could have page SEO and you could go to page info and you could say members only access, right? So members only. Well, that makes it where that whole entire, so if I share my screen, so it makes it where that whole entire page is actually a members only page, right? So if I go to little settings right here, settings on the side, and then page SEO, and then page info, I can go to public access, password protected, or members only. So anytime I'm selling a product, I could actually create a members group and they get access to this area only. And so if they don't pay their bill, they don't get access. So if you guys were to say sell the music visualizer, well, that's exactly what I do. If they don't pay their $7 a month, or if they don't have lifetime access, they don't get access to the music visualizer. Well, it doesn't cost me any money to run the code. $0. The AI coded it, and the music visualizer reacts to the code magically somehow. Well, Juliet, you could make it where the music visualizer is your quote unquote lead magnet. And then you're inside the music visualizer area. It's like, hey, if you want your own DJ website, click here to buy the template. And then you sell a template for $500.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm thinking like, once I get my own artist sites up, just sell those templates like you were saying.
I have a question for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
For now I'm pretty sure I know the answer. With no, I just want to clarify with so when you generate a code snippet, before you generate or before like okay, when you generate a code snippet, it's not only generating the snippet, but is it also generating the name too?
Yeah. Yeah, I have it generating the name too.
Because that's the one thing that AI is yelling at me like I don't like doing that, and I'm like, well, you got to do them both at once. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm in Bubble, right? You're able to do multiple calls. Like whenever you click the button, what do you want it to do, right? So I'm actually calling it multiple times.
Yeah. Okay.
Individual calls. I'm not having it do the same call in the same time. In that, if that makes sense. So
yeah, no, that does make sense.
Yeah, create 2 calls. You can even have encoding do it, right? So make a completely separate call for this to do that, right? And then all I'm having is only name it and only give me 3 words tops, right? So it's Dreamweaver Pro, Code Web AI, Mandel.
Yeah.
Like this was. Do you guys know what the Mandelbrot set is?
No.
Right. If you guys ever want to see something cool and figure out so there's this code right here, right? This is code. Well, if you go onto YouTube and type in Mandelbrot, well, the Mandelbrot is a code that just it's infinite, but it creates a design that looks like this, but it never repeats. And so you could keep zooming in on this forever. And it will
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It will never repeat within itself. And it just infinitely zooms in and zooms in and zooms in and zooms in and zooms in. Infinitely at times. And it repeats the code over and over of different little things. But it's not the same pattern. It's a complete unique code. Well, this is called the Mandelbrot. And somebody coded this up. And this is where people think, are we living in a coded reality? Like, what is this? And this is like the original AI art, right? This is coded art. Well, this is a famous Mandelbrot set, right? So I wanted to see what it looks like, and I wanted to zoom in and see my own zoom, Well, this is what it looks like. It's crazy.
What is it called? What?
Mandelbrot. I don't know how to spell it fully, but YouTube it or Google it, and watch a YouTube video about it, and it's extremely interesting, right?
I thought you said Mandelbrot, and I was like, huh?
Mandelbrot. yeah, Mandelbrot code, right? So these are the type of things that code for me is incredibly fascinating because, anything is everything that you see on the internet. The fact that we're talking right here on Google Meet, that's code. Everything on the internet is code. If you're wondering, can it be created? Yes. Everything that you see right now on your computer is code, and AI could write that. In fact, I'm sure AI was trained on all of that stuff somehow. It's magic. I hope that it keeps getting better and better and better and better and better. And I know that it will. So us learning how to prompt it now, us knowing how to do the basics, in the future, you're going to see how far it's come, because in the future, you're literally going to be able to say, create me this one software, and magic, it's done. However, you still need to know how to deploy it. And this is the type of time where it's like, okay, if I could find out how to put it onto Aspire Builder or put it into Go High Level or put it on my own server and sell it, right? Here's what I want you guys to know the difference, right? I was just reading a book. It's called Tattoo Millionaire, okay? And the guy in there, he makes a lot of, he owns Club Tattoo here in Las Vegas, and he started it, he's really famous with it. However, one of his products that he built over time was a software product. And in there, he says his first business partner that helped build that software product, he says he made an amazing software. The only issue is over time, he realized that the software developer that he hired wasn't a business person. He actually had no business skills, right? So in this, you want to still be a business owner. The reason why I'm not a coder I'm a software founder. I'm an owner. I'm an AI developer. But what I do is I don't just code up things. I code them up and I sell them. Sell them is most important. That's why I just want to give you guys the code so you could copy and paste it, and then you could go sell it. The coding part is not the most important part. The selling of the code and learning how to promote the code and learning how to market to your audience so you could get the music visualizer into like if you go on to, if you just type in music visualizer, right? Music. I don't even know if I should show you guys this. Well, I do want to show you guys this because I want you guys to succeed. Okay. So look, if you go into music visualizer and you just type it in, well, check this out. You could advertise right now for the word music visualizer for 19 cents per click on Google. It gets 18,000 searches a month for that topic. 18,000. Awesome. You could advertise it for 19 cents per click right now on Google for just that word. And the music visualizer that I give you guys can sell for $7. If you guys look inside, scrolling down, you're going to see that Reddit is one of the top. Look at this. Reddit is one of the top posts. It's number 9. Well, why is that so important? Well, if you click on this, you can actually read what people are asking. Well, real-time audio visualizer to display on a projector. Look at this. I've been looking for a free tool. Who cares if they say free, right? Free means they'll pay if they found it. All right. That I could launch while mixing to have a nice video output to vibe with. It could be in waveform or anything else cool. Here's the thing. They just want this. If you scroll through all of these comments, people are saying, oh man, Winamp visualization for the old school rave day feel, right? DJ tracks, like, and then a lot of people are saying you should try butter churn, right? Look at this. Real solid one is butter churn. And everyone's like, that's amazing. That's perfect. This is the best one. Oh my God. Wow, that's great. Impossible to mess up. Free. God exists. Like, what? You know what I mean? So literally, so when you go to this code of the music visualizer, literally the music visualizer is the code that they're all requesting. That code, the butter churn music.
That I requested originally.
Juliet helped her. Right? Juliet requested that. And guess what? AI coded that thing up. And then now inside Aspire, right here inside my AI team, right? You guys can go in here and get the music visualizer, and you guys can use this code as your own, right? So I think it's like the first one.
I still got to set up a green screen and
100%.
It work behind me while I DJ.
Right. So if I hit use mic, this reacts to my voice. So that means you could put it on a green screen and put it on there and stream it all day long. Right? Full screen it. Look at all these presets. There's hundreds of presets for this thing. Hundreds. And you guys can just literally sell this software and it streams music on this whole thing. Like it reacts, it has cool little things. Like this thing's insane. Right? This is like a fire explosion going on down there. Like it's really crazy. Right? So this same thing that they're requesting and they're asking for is what we have. And you guys can now sell that in a little software. My thought was I was probably going to like set up and start selling this thing and just to like prove out the idea works. You know, I mean, like heck, for 18 cents a click, 19 cents a click, that's a steal. Right? So if you look at all of these other ones, Music Visual or online, 10 cents a click. 10 cents a click. You know what I mean? So you guys can advertise this. That's 4,400 people searching a month, and nobody is advertising on that keyword right now. And you guys could have a product that you're selling for $7. Even the Music Visualizer Spectral, like if I click on these are the top ones that are rating. This one's cool and all, but it's actually just, it's not a live streaming visualizer software.
It's not music beat reactive, right?
Yep. And some of them, I mean, so the only beat reactive is you see how it's like kind of reacting, the main image in the middle is reacting to it.
That was like my buddy that I think I showed you his stream. His isn't beat reactive that he uses either.
Totally. So some of them, they're not full what they're actually looking for. So we have a software that people are looking for. And so this is something that you guys can quickly use, quickly sell, but get it up, sell it, make a whole software out of it and launch it on these other products, right? Launch it on directories, sell it to your audience, make it as a lead magnet to sell other software and other websites, right? So I want to start giving you guys these little tools that inside these code vaults that one, I show you guys work, they're all up and running. And then two, you guys can quickly get up and running and sell is what I want you guys to learn how to do with these, right? Because one is you guys could grab these codes. You might not even be the person that wants the music visualizer. You can now jump into the music vault in this AI vault and you could say, hey, I have a music visualizer. Who wants the code? And I'll set it up for you for $1,000. Right? Like use these as products that you guys could sell as a service, right? Like I'm going to add, so that's going to be my objective today is I'm going to make it where you guys have that video inside the group and then you guys could see how to sell websites. When I started selling software, all I did was sell software and I charge more for software than I did website building. That's it. So sell websites as a service where you set people up a website. You guys saw how fast AI could code a website. Or you could use Aspire Builder, right? Aspire Builder is drag and drop. It's super easy. However, literally it's faster to code with AI now and build your website than it is the other way. I don't even like using this drag and drop anymore. I just like
that takes too long.
I literally just like everything on my site to be this custom code. And I use this if I need to have the checkout, like let's just say I have a membership or a checkout, or I want to capture their lead information without having to build that part and connect into the API, whatever. Well, then I could use those extra things. Like that's what I need for this, right? If I want a little sales page, well, then I just drag a sales and now I could have my products right here, right? So having that is really helpful. And having the CRM and all that stuff is nice in that one location. However, building the actual website pages, I like using the custom code now for everything as much as I possibly can. So much easier. So if you guys see in here, this little support chat down in the bottom right-hand corner, that's me. I'm the support bubble in Aspire Builder. So if you guys, as you're building your site, you need help, just click that. And then you message me on Facebook Messenger and I answer you, right? It's super easy. Also, if you click right here, this is my AI team built into Aspire Builder, that little AI button. So you guys can just chat with it and everything's in here. So it's all in one location. And AI coded both of these little buttons for me, which is really helpful. Yeah. So my next thing is to make it where you guys can get access to that class. So you guys can see how my wife sells websites and then keep building.
Because it should apply to like software too, I'm sure.
Say that again?
I'm sure some of the tips will apply to software too.
It's the same thing. The only thing you do is change the price because charge more for software, right? Yeah. And then you change what it says. I'm not selling you a website. I'm selling you software code, right? And so, yeah. And if you guys, over time, you guys could see how these classes are now talking about more about software and website building. I feel like if you're in the niche of DJs, I highly encourage you to stay in your niche, right? My wife's in the nurses and doctors niche, right? Like, just because that's the niche that she chose, right? She likes helping those people, the healing. She has anxiety. So she really likes helping those people because it's functional medicine, right? Well, find who you're trying to serve and then apply these things to that audience, right? Apply like that little slider, that gallery image. If you're in the music space, make it where those are the album art or the song art.
Yeah.
You click it and it
opens. Or it could literally be like pictures of them at parties that they're DJing at or whatever.
Yep. And you could, so copy that code, put it into AI or go into the public snippets and find that snippet, right? And so
would you upload like all those images then for something like that?
Yeah, I uploaded them to my site on Aspire Builder. You have a file manager. And so I just uploaded them to my site and then I basically copied them into a text and into a little sheet. And I said, hey, these are all my images. So look, I'll just show you literally my notes right here. Here's all my links.
Yeah.
Right. So I literally copied all my links and then I said, here's my images.
That's so stupid.
And then That's it.
I love you, Jeff, because you're like, how can I do this the easiest, laziest way possible? That's totally me too.
Yeah. So yeah. And here's the thing is it makes it, my sites now that I'm designing are better than the sites I would build.
I
10
know.
times. Like literally, like that's better than, and I'm over here trying to like, my wife, she's like, well, we want to make it where it's easy for them to update their own site. So it can't be all custom code. Right. And so I'm over here like, well, now I'm just, what I do is I build the
Why
site.
not? Then you charge them a monthly retainer fee or updating.
Like, hey, I need to update that. All right, well, I gotta do it.
Yeah, I charge you $100 a month, and I'll keep it updated for you.
And so, yeah, so because they're otherwise I have to update it that way either. They're not gonna, most of the time they don't know how to update in Aspire. They know how to update in Aspire, but it's not. They don't want to.
Could you imagine? Let's say you're managing a DJ's website, and they're like, okay, I have these new events and these new pictures and these new songs. Can you update it? And you just like charge them like, I don't know, $100 a month just to keep updating their site. And it's so stupid.
You know how fun it would be? So like create me a monthly calendar for my DJ events, right? And then you just build it, right? And then you just add it. You could tell it to make it cool. You can make it where when they click on the button, it adds it.
You can share it to socials. You can
share socials, like put countdowns to the next one. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many cool things that you can do with this. And then it's like, dude, I have a custom coded calendar. Like, who has that? Like, it's like, yeah.
They can have all their like Twitch streams and
look at this. Look, we can add event by just clicking on it. You see how easy that was? Like, let's go. DJ event. Like, home. And we could add this is cool. Oh, add our time. Like this literally just coded it up in a few seconds. And this is the first, like iteration of this thing.
Yeah. They can make it look cool and stylized to their site or whatever.
Make this 10x cooler, right? I love using make this 10x cooler, make this 10x more groovy, make this 10x more conversions, right? Like whatever you do, like 10x it, you know what I mean? And it's cool to see how the AI interprets it and what that is. In here, you have the history, right? So at any time you could mark these colors and you could say, okay, like this is the previous one. And then that current code is there. You could always go back to that. And then you see how it says current code. You could always go back to that code after it updates. So if you make a mistake or you want to go back, you could always go back.
That's a good feature that you added.
So, yeah.
I'm still waiting for the voice, though.
The voice. I should add the voice. What I was trying to add is inside here. You see right here, I have the picture. I'm trying to make it where you could upload a picture and it could code off the picture. But I just can't freaking do it yet. I have to. I don't know why it's not working.
When can we like have conversations, like voice conversations, back and forth with the AI?
Do you want it to reply back in voice too?
Oh, I'm frozen.
Or just reply back in text with you voice.
I mean, they could talk back to you in voice too. It'd be cool.
Yeah. I think what I'll do here is instead of the image right now, I think I'll just add it where you could do voice and then just click it and it just like talks and speaks software into existence. I think that'd be so fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've been making all kinds of songs.
Yeah.
With telling stories on the voice microphone.
That's awesome.
Because the same kind of thing. I mean, you can even talk to it like, let's say I'm trying to write an article on a subject that I know a lot about. Like, you can sit there and talk to it for a while about it. And then
it just literally codes up the entire article.
Yeah.
Do you know how awesome that would be?
It does it. It does it. I've already done it.
Yeah, and I think
it's
just
kind of like
right
creating a video and it's on YouTube, and then you're transcribing it, and then you're creating an article from this. But you don't even have to go that. You can just sit there and talk to the freaking voice thing.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna add that to the AI coding part because I feel like that'd be a fun to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be cool just because you suck at typing, number one. But my son wanted to use that too. Like when he was trying to code up his little games and stuff, he wanted to just talk to it. I think more and more kids want to do that now.
Okay. I can't wait. And then as soon as he speaks a game into existence, that is manifesting in its truest form. That is so amazing. I am so excited for that. I'm going to add that today, and we're going to be able to speak software into existence before I go to sleep tonight. Okay.
And then we can play with it this weekend.
Yeah, then we can play this weekend. That's the goal. Okay. All right, cool.
I know I got to finish this coloring book too.
Julia, here's one of the cool things. I had a game that I made. You could do. It's called Beat Battler.
Is that the spelling one? Did you finish it?
I didn't finish the spelling one because
I think he would really benefit from that.
But you can make a game called Beat Battler, and I was essentially battling my songs. Because you could make it, you could do things that auto react, right? Well, the game could do that. So now all of a sudden it reacts to the game, and then it spits out enemies every time the beat hits. And then you have to battle those beats. It's so crazy. It's like a cool interactive game of your song. It's the craziest thing. And so if you want, as a user, want to play a harder song, you upload Fire of Flames, by no. And I was like, dude, this is fun, so it's really cool what you could do with these things. Like it's like Play-Doh. It's like a new, you can make whatever you want. It could be business or it could be games, right? However, the reason I made games, I like coding games because it stimulates your mind. Business people, coding and software, a game is just a fancy software, right? So if you could learn how to make games, you could learn how to make software. It's the same thing. It's just solving a problem. The game just solves boredom, right? That's the problem it solves. People want fun and they want something to play, right? So what do I do? Well, a software is just solving a problem. Like Juliet had a problem of I need to split the name between these two CSVs. I
don't want to spend 20 minutes figuring it out.
I don't want to spend 20 minutes figuring it out, right? So if I go to Google,
like 2 minutes.
split name in CSV, right? If I just type this in, right? There's not too many people that are searching for us, but we'll see what other split name with comma in Excel, right? Everyone's asking these things, right? Well, that might be a free little software that you add, right? 5,000 people a month are searching for that, Juliet.
Right? It's a thing.
5,400 people are searching for a month at 2 cents the cost per click. So if you wanted to,
even if I just had it as a free tool and put freaking ads on it, and I'm making money.
That's it. So here's what you could do is you could literally that's all an HTML code is, and you literally just slap it on a domain and slap it on a site for free, and you call it free split name in Excel.com. That's it.
Yeah.
And you just put it on there. 5,400 people are searching a month. Are you serious? That is insane. Everyone is asking that question, and nobody has. It's all just how to. Nobody has the actual do it.
Tool that could just do it super easily. I even made it here. Let me show you it real quick.
Let's see it.
Here.
Wow, I'm blown away how many people are searching for that one little tool.
I know. I told you it's a thing. It's so stupid. Yeah, so
that on a website.
So I just uploaded the file here.
This is cool.
File. I didn't even make it pretty, right? And I think I put it in here. I think I put a test. I just put the column in one column just to do a test. And then it tells you which columns to split. So the first column A is 0, B. So it only has one column in this particular one. And then the separator is a comma, but mine was a space, right? Because it came with first name, last name. So I just put a space in there and process. And then it shows a little preview of it. And then I just downloaded the stupid file. And I'm like,
instant.
And it literally just did it. Put it into 2 freaking columns, just like I needed it.
That is amazing.
I'm like, okay. Work smarter, not harder, right?
That is so crazy that you coded that up. Like, that is amazing. And is that all you could go to the history? Let's see what you said. That's it.
One time.
Act like an Excel expert and code up a software that allows me to upload an Excel spreadsheet and split the data into 1 column and separate into 2 columns. And then it instantly created a full working software for you.
Yes.
That is phenomenal.
That 5,400 people are searching for a month.
That is crazy. So you can now add that. So like literally add that into a site. Now, if you add that to just a domain for $12, and then you literally like, I mean, you could literally tell it to add it and stylize it, and then add add advertising bars to the front, the side, and the left. You know what I mean?
No.
Like fully deck this out in ads, and then make it. And then when you hit view code, you can export it as an HTML and add it to your server.
Just have like Google AdSense set up.
And literally, it's $12 a year.
Yeah.
For that whole site.
It's so stupid.
Oh man. I think Google advertising might be a thing that I get involved with more. Like, that is just so cool. 5,400 people a month are searching for that one tool, Juliet.
I know. And how many other stupid tools are there?
Like, and then could you put this code was
like we could literally do some like market research, probably even just on Facebook. Like, what kind of like admin issues or functions do you run into like regularly, like with using Excel or Word or anything really?
You could literally, because if you look at that site, let's just say that was something that you were interested in, because I'm like, if that is right, like if you use that regularly, but if you look at all of these, like how to split text and numbers in Excel, how to combine names in Excel, how to remove commas in Excel, like how to make capital letters in Excel, like literally like just all of those where you literally just like, hey, make it where the user could upload their thing and make it where it adds capital letters to all of the page, all of them.
Yeah.
And that's the whole little page. That's 2,090 people a month that are searching this.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what else I wanted to do? So yeah, combining is good too.
That's 14,000 people a month.
But sometimes I need it the opposite way, you know, where I need to put it in one freaking column for some reason. And so the other thing I was having trouble with, and Excel was freezing up. I was trying to sort it because there's a way that you can like highlight duplicate values. And then I had like some emails were the same in these 2 columns. So I wanted to really just like filter out the duplicates. But for some reason, Excel kept like freezing up. Like, and it was just like a nightmare. And I was like, what is wrong with this? And if I just had a tool that just removed the duplicates for me real easy and fast, it would have saved me like tons more time.
Oh, wow. You could make email list cleaners with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Like that's an email duplicate list cleaner because and then get rid of spam emails and just basic ones and do checker like, wow.
Well, I've heard of like on I think a commercial, somebody was saying like summarize all the emails from like their boss, or they gave like a name for that week prior to their meeting. So I mean, I wonder if you could like connect it to your email. Like I just sent out like 1,000 emails, right? And I'm getting autoresponders. Most of them are out for the month because they're schools, right? And so if I could somehow get a thing that would sort out like all the autoresponders and then all of the connect to the email. There were some that didn't go through. I mean, I guess it kind of does it in the email software, but the ones that didn't go through, but the autoresponders. And then sometimes it was giving me other emails like contact these people. So I'm like, hey, I just got like 4 more emails, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm just trying to think of like everyday stupid tools that like somebody would use. Like that
definitely everything that has to do with Excel. I think if you just like, if you had like a free site that targeted that, and then you just had it where you advertise it with those Google AdSense, that would be so legend. That would be way legend. I mean, all those Excel features literally just combining, that's 14,000
yeah,
to
I mean, I
combine.
probably just have some sort of like an Excel domain that just has Excel in the name, or spreadsheet in the name, or something.
Yeah, like, yeah, I mean,
and then from there you can have all the different various pages off of it.
100%. I would put the various pages, put those banner ads where you have tons of
Yeah.
and then also would be really cool, like all of these were coded with myAIteam.com, and then you put your affiliate link in that thing, you know what I mean? And then now you're promoting that too, you know? So
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Yeah,
exactly. We need more things like that.
I'll help you with the project if you need help. And then, like, you know, if it's on Aspire Builder, here's what's cool is if it was on Aspire Builder, each one of those pages is its own little thing, right? Well, like essentially, like you would just embed that whole thing, and then it gets ranked on Google and all that stuff. And then like each one of those Excel sheets is just an embed code. I mean, I don't know. That'd be really, really easy, you know? So, I mean, that would be really cool. I would help promote it in any way, you know, if I can, or, you know, or people are in there like, and most of these people need.
Excel pisses me off so many times. It's like, I always run across something. I'm trying to think of the other things that I used to do that I was like annoyed with. There used to be something, it took me forever to try to figure it out, but I can't even remember what it is now. I'll have to think about it.
I know I've ran into the names where I've had to do the names because my CRM has a first name and last name and not a full name as an input.
Yeah.
And then I've also had to separate addresses. So it's a full like
exactly
like
where it's like on one line or something, and it needs to go in all these different columns.
Yep.
Or you need to put it the other way for like mailing or mail merging.
Yeah. So having it where it does the addresses and it does all those cool things, I think that'd be cool. You know, so. And here's what's crazy is every little tiny function is actually a page that you should have on there. Like combining all the columns, that should be a page.
Separating all the columns.
Separating all the columns should be a page. You know, like capitalizing, uncapitalizing, you know what I mean? Like those should be a page because they're all looking for those individually. And I bet all those people on Reddit would start tagging you. And if you just went to Reddit and said, hey, look, I made this for you, people would love you for life, you know? So
yeah, just get a domain, myexcelsimplifier.com/whatever tool. You got like 100 different tools on there, and they're all building up your domain name too with SEO stuff. So yeah, you could do big things.
Freaking Excel.
I
have a love-hate relationship with Excel.
And
it's like I mainly do like, you know, make it look pretty and do like comparisons, usually cost comparisons, and there's like percentages and adding and things like that. But
and you might even make it where people could do those things really easy in yours too. Like, because it's actually interesting. I have my mother-in-law, she just got a new job and it's a lot of Excel stuff. Well, she has to take these Excel and turn it into some fancy dashboard thing. She has no clue. So I showed her how to use AI with this. And now she's going to come over because she's like, wait, like I could use Excel. And I was like, yeah, we just have to get the headers and then pull the data from the CSV and then render it into a dashboard. You know what I mean? Because you could
they were making all these dashboards. Once they were making a bunch. Oh, one of my old IRC buddies that just joined my Discord server. He's doing a bunch of stuff with AI, and he said he likes turning all this stuff with AI into dashboards.
A CSV could be turned into a dashboard, right? That's just, and then now it's boom. Now it's all displayed in a cool way, and you could click on it and navigate it and understand it and see different ways. And you just make it where here, make sure your data lines up like this. and then you upload it, and now you could visually see your dashboard. You know what I mean?
You know what? So that doing sales is annoying these days, right? And so in my industry, especially, and insurance, and it's like they say now it's like 18 or 19 touch points or something, right, to get in front of somebody now. It's like a ridiculous amount. So that could be emails, that could be social media, that could be different things. And I was like, it'd be cool if there was a dashboard to pull all your different things together. Like I could track my LinkedIn stuff with them. I could track my emails with them, and then you could really like see how many touch points in these various things, texting, phone calls.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. And you can build this now. That's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could build it, but
Yeah.
I have the idea.
Right.
I could do little tools like which one I made.
Yeah. And here's what's interesting is the little tools turn into bigger tools over time. Like what happens is, so one of the tools that I have is my AI website scraper, right? And it scrapes the website for text, images, HTML, all of that stuff. Well, now what I'm doing is I'm starting to build other software that connects into that software. So because I have the base of it, right? Like I don't need to recode that part. I just need to tell the AI to connect into that script now. And then all of a sudden I could scrape websites. Well, I just created a website rewriter the other day. So it scrapes websites and then it rewrites each one of the pages in a new tone. Well, before I scraped the website and I was just exporting it. Well, now I'm like using it as a whole new tool, but I'm just connecting into that current tool. And so over time is like, you're going to create up these
I love
database
the YouTube
tools.
scraper. Like
That's a good one.
I just did an article on LinkedIn, a newsletter article, and I wanted to talk about this specific product. And so I went on their website and I pulled a video that linked to YouTube that explained their product. And then I scraped that. And then I also just copied some text from this one page on their website. And I told it to like, okay, take out the name of it because I didn't want them to like know the actual name of the company. I just wanted it to be like an idea of a type of product, you know? And yeah, it's freaking amazing. So easy to write stuff. Article in like minutes.
Yeah, that is really cool. So Jason, what he's talking about is if you go into your AI chat in my AI team, there's a transcribe YouTube button, and then you could transcribe your YouTube link. So you add your YouTube and then you could transcribe it. Well, here's what's really crazy is I literally have a master class, right? So this is the whole entire master class. You can check this out. This thing is massive in context. This was a 3-hour class, okay? Well, I could copy this and I could go into the AI snippets and I could say, create me a sales page for this, right? So create me a sales page that sells access.
This is why you need the audio.
Oh my gosh. To this this replay, right? Here is the class transcript. Okay. And then I could paste that entire thing, right? Like that thing was
I did that with a crypto article I wrote too. I found this old interview that this guy did in January, and then he founded a new project. So I basically pulled the transcript from that, and then I told it to like talk about his new project. I think I pasted in like their white paper or something. And it made me this freaking fantastic article. And it was his words. So it wasn't like a stupid AI like sounding article, you know?
Yeah. So look, here it is, right? AI Music Masterclass replay. Learn how to create and publish AI generated music in just hours. Join us for exclusive replay, ground by AMU as a class. And it literally publish your own music on major platforms like Apple, Spotify. Learn how to use the tools, techniques, step-by-step process, strategy, insights, featured speakers, my full name, Laura's name spelled right, Ashley's name, AI music enthusiast, right? Like it literally labels every one of us. Like everything is in here. Like this is And then if I want to say 10x the conversions, right? 10x the conversions, right? And then it will update this entire thing and make it where it 10x's it for us, you know? And so you can at least make it where if you have a product, so let's just say you're an affiliate for products, you can go on YouTube, find sales videos of those things, and then make bridge pages for those. And now you're promoting Go High Level using somebody else's page and using their, you know, like using a page about it.
Have you gone live on TikTok yet, Jeff? Or you probably don't have enough followers yet, huh, to go live?
Yeah, I haven't went live. I'm slacking on my advertising. Look, this thing's cool.
I think you need so many followers to go live on TikTok.
Yeah. So literally this just spit out a whole thing. This 10x the conversions. Yeah, you know, and you could continue to say that like every single time up until it keeps going, you know, like AI peer Grammy nominated producer.
Grammy nominated. I don't know about that, but
Baby.
oh, you're so
AI said it, it must be true.
the AI Grammys.
Yeah, the AI Grammys. So yeah, monetizing strategies, like this is cool. You know, so boom, did it again, right? Now it has like a little interactive, like bonus. Act now, see your AI music production kit. Like, heck yeah, 50 spots remaining. You know, and so look, you can see now it added 50 spots remaining, 30-day money back guarantee, a little note at the bottom. So if you're into like writing sales copy and you're not the greatest right from the start, or you need like, okay, I need to build the sales page, but I'm not fully sure what goes on it. Well, you guys could see, I just, in a few seconds, add a giant title header or a text at the top, add a subline, add description, add a limited time timer, you know, add the buttons, you know, like make it where this is a checklist down here, what you'll learn featured into. So like, I don't like all of this stuff. I literally had to study Russell Brunson's books to like figure out how to write all these things. Like this is copywriting, like, and this is good quality copywriting. Like this thing's actually really decent. And so it just created a whole entire website structure for us. If you sent this over to somebody and said, hey, I built you a site for your new program. If you want, I could build it for you for an extra $1,000, or I'll add this to your site if you want me to put it on your domain. Like, this is what this should give you. In a few seconds, I just took an entire page and made it where I have a sales page for it. And so could I have done it with this no coding thing and drag and drop or go high level? Like this would have at least took me a few hours to get it to look anything like this. Like,
and even if you didn't like the design of it, you could build a solid template and go high level and then just copy and paste all of the content in there too.
100%.
Or just iframe it, either way, but like there's multiple, however you want to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And so any way you want, you could use the view code and you could embed it. Now, if you have this right here where it says download file, if you guys do have a server, right, you could upload this where it's on your own domain and that whole entire index.html. So you're not even using Go High Level or anything. So that might be an option too for you. And that's where you get into running the PHP scripts and all those cool things. So that's where we're going to start getting into more into that once I get into these little like longer classes and stuff like this. So that's where these classes are going to go.
I would love it if High Level would allow you, because I think ClickFunnels allow you to do it. Or I've played with some stuff in the past where you could literally just copy HTML code and then you just hit a tab and then it basically you could edit it inside that platform. That would be nice if High Level could do that, where you could paste in the code, but then you could edit based on based on the High Level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I even want that for like email marketing too, because like my marketing department created me this HTML email, and then I was pasting it into the email software, and then I was like, I wish I could just like GUI edit it instead of having to like, I was able to edit some of the text in it, but it was code I would have to edit, you know? Yeah. Well, that might be an idea though, Jeff. Like we could put that code into the snippets and then tell it what to change and then it spits it back out.
Yeah. Indeed.
That's an idea.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool to see. Even with emails and stuff, you could have it where it updates your emails and writes your code for you like that, you know?
Yeah, or makes changes to it. Like,
yeah, because inside Go High Level, they have a little in marketing. You could put the HTML code, and same with Aspire Builder to send out HTML emails.
Yeah.
but then you have to edit the code. You can't like visually see it being edited.
Yeah, but you could bring it over into our snippets. Yeah, you could do that. Bet. Totally.
I'm gonna totally try that out.
Heck yeah. So, yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. Cool.
Lots to do. Never enough time.
Share what you guys create if you guys created anything cool with me. So
cool.
All right. I love you guys.
Awesome.
See you next week.
Appreciate it.
Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.